The Biden administration has started approving state Medicaid funds to be used to pay for groceries and dietary advice in an effort to promote better overall health and wellness. Joining us now is former OMB director and former White House chief of staff and former colleague of mine in the House of Representatives, the great Mick Mulvaney. Mick, good to see you.
Sean, good to be here.
So give us your take. Medicaid funds for food? I thought we had a SNAP program that gave poor people food if they needed help.
Sure, why not? I mean, it's just money, right? Look, you and I both know the Democrats have been wanting to do this for a long time. There's nothing more endangered in Washington, D.C. than a pot of money that politicians can get to. It doesn't surprise me the Democrats are trying to redefine nutritional health. Face it, we know what's next. They're going to start using this money to forgive people's student loans or to pay for people's college tuition, because if you get a college degree, you're less likely to get sick. The definition will just continue to get broader and broader. There's a reason we're $30 trillion in debt. There's a lot of different reasons we're in $30 trillion in debt. But this lack of discipline, especially among the Democrats in Washington, D.C., is one of the leading causes.
Mick, but this is one of the Medicaid is the biggest budget item for most states. So not only does it become a greater financial burden at the federal level, but it potentially becomes a greater financial burden at the state level. So how do you put a stop to this? Oh, because again, it's feel good. Oh, well, we just need to train people to eat better.
You don't stop it, Dagan. At least the Democrats hope that you don't stop it. You're absolutely right. What they're going to try and do is get the states addicted to the money. It's just like they did with Obamacare, right? That was a dramatic expansion of Medicaid. The federal government promised to pay for a certain period of time, but not forever. And at some point, the states will have to pay for it, either by raising taxes at the state level or by asking the federal government for more money. This is part of the design. It's part of the design to get people hooked on government spending, not the least of which being the state government. So, look, this model has been followed before with the Affordable Care Act, now with nutrition. It's going to be followed again. This is part of the Democrats' playbook to expand the government.
You know, Mick, I think what you put in your body determines your health. And so I get what they're trying to say, but why don't they go to the SNAP program and say, you know what, you can only buy fruits and vegetables, grains, maybe dairy. You can't buy highly processed foods. You can't buy smokes. You can't buy alcohol. It's only the good food in the grocery store. If SNAP was only used for that, people would be a lot healthier and use less Medicaid. Pretty simple.
Oh, John, you forget how money gets spent. There's discretionary funds and there's mandatory spending. And Medicaid, mandatory spending. So that program gets better. It happens automatically by law. So when you have a debate about a budget, you have a debate about government spending, appropriations bills, government shutdowns, Medicaid isn't impacted by that because it's mandatory spending.
Oh, this is my favorite topic, Mick. So I will sit back. Maybe my head won't explode. Maybe it will. It's scanners on the bottom line. John Podesta spent today touting the Inflation Reduction Act, but he didn't call it that. Listen to this.
The IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, is the largest and most significant piece of clean energy legislation, most significant climate legislation that's ever passed in U.S. history.
We knew that. Yeah. Would Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin have voted for it if they had actually called it what it was?
No, that's, by the way, that's one of the most powerful lobbyists in Washington, D.C., who stands to make $1 bajillion off the bill by representing the green energy bills to the Democrat administration. So, of course, it's part of the system that just keeps getting Democrat leaders rich. But let's put aside for a second the swamp and talk about what the bill does. They only called it the Inflation Reduction Act because inflation was really bad at the time, and it was a marketing campaign. It doesn't do anything to actually reduce inflation. If you wanted to reduce inflation, you could do things like reduce government spending because that was driving up demand for goods, which drives up the prices, or you could lower the regulatory burden on things like gas and oil. But of course, that's not going to happen either under Democrat leadership. So everybody knows, and everybody knew that it wasn't really the Inflation Reduction Act. Look, I try and cut Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema as much slack as anybody. But face it, anybody who read any part of the bill knows that this was a green energy bill. This was Build Back Better a little bit smaller. This was the Green New Deal a little bit smaller. That's what this was. That's where all the money went. So it's just not so. Listen, I give Podesta credit for at least being honest. For the a rare Democrat in Washington who will be honest about this piece of legislation.
Mick Mulvaney, your first stop at the bottom line. Well done, calling the administration liars. I would agree with you. Spot on. They lied about the Inflation Reduction Act. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Dagan.